At the Eagle's Nest near Zennor. 2 nearby cottages had to be evacuated while the flames were being brought under control. 12 fire engines were on the scene at one point as it started.
Moving faster than fire crews could run and spreading over treacherous wild moorlands littered with uncapped mine shafts, more than 100 firefighters battled throughout the night to bring the 2-mile fire under control. It's believed to have started yesterday afternoon on the moors above the village of Zennor. Efforts to tackle the blaze were hampered by the remoteness of the location and the tinder-dry ground.
It was quite daunting, the size of the area that was burning at the time, and when you looked at the disposition of your firefighters, there was very large areas, perhaps even a kilometre at a time, that just weren't attended.
Firefighters from as far away as Saltash have now been drafted in to relieve exhausted crews. 600 acres of moorland has been burned.
By first light this morning, confirmation that the fire has now been brought under control, but also clear evidence of the devastation this blaze has caused. Damping down has continued throughout the morning. 600 hectares had been engulfed. Flames persist in small pockets dotted across the moorland. Around 4
of heathland has been destroyed overnight.
Some of the most wildly beautiful land in the country laid waste, quite possibly by someone's carelessness or criminal intent. Crews from 28 of Cornwall's 31 fire stations were mobilised overnight to the area around Eagle's Nest near Zennor to combat a wall of flames visible for 30 miles. Residents of nearby farmhouses were temporarily evacuated and the main coastal road between Land's End and St Ives was closed off by the police.
You can see that the amount of destruction which has taken place here. The fire has been very intense because of the dry conditions. It's been spreading faster than you could run.
Today, the arduous task of beating down small fires and trying to avoid disused mine shafts continues.
There's virtually no water at all, very limited, and the scenes of the fire so far from the road that it's virtually impossible to get hose lines to it.
Intent. At its peak, crews from 28 of Cornwall's 31 fire stations were mobilised to combat a wall of flame visible for 30 miles. Nearby farmhouses were temporarily evacuated and the main coastal road between Land's End and St Ives closed off by the police.
You can see that the amount
Equipment to look out for hot spots, but a faint chance of rain tonight is the best hope of cooling the land down. Meanwhile, the operation continues to discover the cause of this latest disaster. Louise Midgley near Zennor for West Country Live.
This treasured stretch of Cornish coastline was by late yesterday afternoon in the grip of one of the worst fires the county has seen in recent years. Moving faster than fire crews could run, it blazed over treacherous wild moorland littered with uncapped mine shafts. The fire started on moors above the village of Zennor, but efforts to tackle it were hampered by the remoteness of the location and the tinder-dry ground. With 600 hectares alight, fire crews worked through the night to try to contain the blaze, which spread along a 2-mile front. In all, 300 firefighters attended, some from as far away as Saltash, called in to help relieve other exhausted crews.
And it was quite daunting, the size of the area that was burning at the time, and when you looked at the disposition of your firefighters, there was very large areas, perhaps even a kilometre at a time, that just weren't attended, simply because of the roughness of the terrain.
Fire chiefs are treating very seriously reports from local people that last night's fire could have been started deliberately. The outbreak destroyed 100 acres of land. It comes just 2 days after another major fire near Zennor. The cost of fighting these unseasonally early fires is high.
The budget is under pressure and we do have to look at our budget very carefully. On Wednesday we were talking about £25,000. We must be again looking in the £30,000 to £40,000 bracket at the present moment.
Fire crews have been at Zennor this morning, patrolling the perimeter of the land and looking out for hot spots that could catch light again.
Zennor were burnt out, only 24 hours after another fire there had been finally put out. Fire crews worked well into the night to make the area safe. They've not ruled out arson as a possible cause.
Last night's blaze near Zennor took hold quickly, destroying 100 acres of moorland in its path. Residents had to be evacuated as the flames headed towards farm buildings and homes. Just 2 days ago, another major fire in the same area devastated 600 acres. Fire chiefs are worried about the high costs of tackling the unseasonally early fires.
The budget is under pressure and we do have to look at our budget very carefully.
Fire officers have begun an investigation into the latest blaze. They're treating very seriously reports from local people that it could have been started deliberately.
We have an officer who's been given a specific task. He's been there for the last few days, but also last night, and he is a local man with local knowledge, and he's making an investigation of these allegations and these reports.
Meanwhile, environmental experts are hoping a coordinated approach to heathland management on the moor will help prevent future fires from causing similar devastation.